All right. Good afternoon, everybody. What a beautiful day. Welcome to Babcock State Park. We are so glad to have all of you here and so glad that it is springtime. So last week we were at an event at Hawk's Nest, opening up the beautiful new museum facility there, and I overheard a couple of park employees and the superintendent talking. And what I heard them say is, it is really an exciting time to be in state parks. And I thought about that, and I thought, that is absolutely true. There has never been a time like there is today. The governor has committed more than $150 million to our state park system. We've got about 200, We've got about 2 million here in this park. We've upgraded all of the cabins. We thought we were down with improvements here, but I think he's going to tell you about one more today. He just keeps going. He pushes us every day to do more and more, to go further, to make things bigger and better. That's why we're appearing on all these hit lists for best travel and tourism destinations. We're the only state to be named by Condé Nast, Travel and Leisure, voters. All of these publications have said this is the place to come for 2022. All of that is because of Governor Justice. So Governor, I couldn't agree more with those parks employees. It is an amazing time to be in state parks, and it's an amazing time to be in West Virginia. So thank you so much for all you're doing.
Well, I like these little cookies that you got here, these little golden trout cookies. It's not anywhere close to fair, nor is it true. You know, for Chelsea to say, we owe all this to Governor Justice. You know, really and truly, and I mean it, you owe it all to yourselves. I mean, when it really boils right down to it, you just think of all the incredible work that you do all the time. You probably needed a coach. You probably needed somebody that had the guts to say, no, we're going to do this. And really and truly, you had a lot of people that were running in a lot of different directions and had good ideas and everything, but you needed somebody that probably had a lot of experience and had probably screwed up a whole bunch of times and learned a lot from it. And some way, somehow, their hair turned from brown and their body turned from skinny to white and really chunky. Now, and in all that, it's not Jim, it's not Chelsea, it's not just you, it's we. It's not the legislature, it's not the Senate, the House, it's not that. It is all we. I mean, what is going on in West Virginia right now is off the chart. You know, I look at just this, especially this. It's a bamboo fly rod that I've had for 5,000 years. And really and truly, I've caught lots and lots and lots of fish with that rod right there. And believe it or not, I've worn that vest for 500 years. And now, I think back and I think really all the times that rascal right behind you, right in the middle there, that Richard A. and I had together, and all the incredible experiences that we had all over the country, but especially, really, primarily, right here in West Virginia. A little bit in Wyoming, a little bit in Virginia, but really and truly, West Virginia, West Virginia, West Virginia. And he loved it, and I did too. And absolutely, those memories nobody will ever take away from us. Now, I'll promise you, if you would just grasp that moment and just think of the opportunities that you have to bring more and more and more people into the fold and promote just what all we're doing. I look at all these people that are back here, you know, that work in our parks and all the great people that work in our law enforcement and all that. It is unflat believable what you have done forever, and just to be straight up honest about it, you know, there was a lot of times we just took you for granted. We really just did. We didn't maybe want to, but we just did. We decided we didn't have the money to put in our parks, or we didn't have the money to put in our roads, or we didn't have the money to put in our DNR and do all the stuff that we should be doing. Well, we changed that, didn't we? We changed that, and we did it before we had any money. We absolutely found ways to make it happen without the money. Now today, I would tell you just this, and then I'll shut up. Today, you got so much goodness going, it's unbelievable. You can capitalize on it, or you can just frivolously throw it away. Don't be silly. Don't be silly. There'll be 5,000 people a minute who'll be running for the cheese, wanting to spend, and do everything under the sun. Don't be silly. Make absolute great investments in us. You know, right now, if you'll just step back and think about it, Gold Rush that we started 5 years ago, I think, and all the good stuff that's coming to that. More and more people coming over and over to buy a hunting and fishing license and coming to our state. How do we make it one step better? We're getting ready to start it again for a couple of weeks right now in just a few minutes. How do we make it better? Let's don't just up here. How do you make it better? You know, and so, you know, Chelsea was in my office, and maybe Brett, and I don't know who else is in there. And I said, wait a minute. You know, because the one thing that God has given me, He's given me a really bizarre mind, you know, maybe creative in a lot of ways. And so I said, wait a minute. You know, we want everybody that catches a golden trout to experience something really special. We don't want just a few that are catching golden trout that are tagged to come and to know that they could get something that would be something really special to them. I said, why don't we come up with a coin? Why don't we come up with something that every single trout, we're going to put 50,000 trout in, golden trout. Every single trout, if the person that caught that trout would only just go online and say to us, we caught the trout, we'll send them this commemorative coin and everything that they'll keep forever. And you know what? I'll bet you they'll give it to their kids, or their kids will keep it forever. Now, and what will happen from that? I'll tell you exactly what will happen. More people will come. More people will come. More people will absolutely experience all the goodness that this state has. It's off the chart. That's all I ever wanted. At the end of the day, you know, I look around and I see Jimmy Wriston sitting here, you know, and I think about this character, and he makes me laugh all the time and smile because he is so talented. It's unbelievable. You know, a lot of times things come in peculiar looking boxes, don't they? Look at me. Look at me. Look at Jimmy. Peculiar boxes, you know. Look at Richard. Honest and Pete, just stars that have been stars, but beyond belief. And I hope to goodness that I can be just as good as them. But with all of that, now we have some pretty boxes too, you know, like Chelsea, you know, and Brett and everything. But I just, now, so we're going to start Gold Rush in just 1 second. We're going to give 50,000 commemorative coins away. I don't want to miss something here. But I've fished a lot of trout streams. In fact, if you really knew the straight skinny, and Richard could tell you, there's never been a human being that you've known that's been in the woods more than me. There's no way. There's just no way. You know, I mean, and so in doing so, I've fished and fished and fished. If I were to tell you the #1 trout stream that I have absolutely fallen in love with and fished in all my life is right there. Right there. The best of the best, right there. Now, we're going to do a couple things that maybe you don't know about right now. Maybe you do. I don't know, Chelsea, have you told them about all this stuff? Now, this is the neatest of the neatest for me. You know, we used to always, there was a fellow, his name was Robert Crowley, and he was the park superintendent here for a long time, 100 million years ago. And Mr. Crowley, there was another fellow, Howard Burnett, and myself. Every single time these fish were stocked here for years, Howard and I stocked them, along with the people from the DNR, but especially when we went down there behind those cabins and they'd have us climb up on a truck and had just 2 big buckets full of fish, and down over the mountains we'd go. Literally, we just helped, like a lot of volunteers do all the time right now. We changed the way we stock fish, do we not? And it's still not perfect, but it's a whole lot better than just backing the truck up right there and just dumping them all right there. And we had to do that because we didn't have the money. We didn't have the people. We didn't have any other choices. You know, so we stock the fish differently and more people come. We absolutely give away a commemorative coin and more people come. We decided we were going to spend money to upgrade our parks and more people came. And they continue to come. And you know what I would say? I would say if we had any sense in the world, we spent $151 million on our parks, and the return is off the chart, spend another $151 million on our parks. Because really and truly, it brings more and more and more people to this great state. So, here's what we're going to do. Here's a new twist we're going to do right now. This all happened in a matter of just that quick in my office. There's certain things that I really can decide, and you know, and I really don't take many hours to decide a lot of things. But I said, you know what we should do? Some way, somehow, that road goes all the way to New River. And the lower end below those cabins is more spectacular than absolutely where the cabins are. And you know what? I mean, it's not rocket science if you'll just step back and think about it. At New River, we have a brand new national park. Why in the world don't we join this right up to our national park and make them one all in the same? And so we called Jimmy. And we said, Jimmy, this is what we want to do. How much is it going to cost to do this? Can you do it? And he says, sure, I can do it. And we're off and running. So you have got, now is when you really need to clap. Because that in itself is an incredible announcement. The other thing along with that is what we need to do is we need to stock for sure from the cabins all the way to New River. All the way. Because the New River is going to be our next ambassador to the world. That national park is going to bring so many, it is unbelievable. But when we do that, I said we need to stock brown trout. We need to stock brown trout the whole way. Brown trout can, you know, now I'm trying to play biologist here, but brown trout can stand a little bit warmer temperatures in the summer, and literally you need to stock that stream with absolutely great brown trout fishing, and let it be, again, this wonderful park's entrance to the world. And let it come, thank you, sir, and let it come just as many things have happened. So we're doing 3 things here today. We're going to have Gold Rush with our commemorative coins. We're going to open a road 4.5 miles to New River, and we're going to make this stream the premier stream that people come from far and near to visit and fish in a brown trout experience that will be second to none. That's all there is to it. And just maybe, some way, somehow, this little thing will spring back into action. Now, I thank you so much for waiting on me. The only other thing I would add is just this, is be proud. Be really proud of yourselves. You've done it, but there's lots more to do. And absolutely just know, last of my last is, I'm unusually late. I'm never, hardly ever late. Now Richard A's about to fall out of his chair right now. It's Gary as well, probably. But let me just tell you this. I've been to the dentist this morning. The dentist looked at me after he truly kind of semi-messed up and cut my lip or my gum, boom, boom, boom. And he looked at me and he said, I know that hurts real bad, but he said, you do love me, don't you? And I said, well, I don't know how much right now. And he said, you know, nobody loves a dentist. And so right now, I can't say I love that man. But nevertheless, thank y'all so much for coming. And remember last time, remember this. Look, just look. I mean, just look around and look at this day and just know how fortunate and how blessed we are. Please remember all those people in Ukraine right now. You know, just please do. And please just know this, that God gave you the ability to smile and laugh. He did. He really did. And with all that, this journey's tough. You'll get cut in the dentist office before you know it. Who knows what will happen to you? But along the way, really and truly, this journey will be tough. But the God above, who's looking after each and every one of us, has given us all these blessings, remember to laugh and to smile. It's really important. That's all I got. God bless each and every one of you. Sorry for talking so long.
Thank you, Governor. And you're right, this is a beautiful area. And I'd also like to say that you're right, we needed a coach. We sure did. But we also needed someone that had your commitment and your willingness and the approval authority that you had and that you gave to us to allow these folks to work. I think it's a great thing to see all your staff out today that are showing the appreciation for what you have done. Your definite interest in the outdoors is very refreshing for the Department of Natural Resources. I think there's so many things that we'll be able to continue for years and years, just like this gold rush. It is a testament to what you do for us. You referenced our fishing license numbers. We're up 19% from this time last year, so huge accolades. And you know, it's just because we've had the ability to motivate these folks. We've got a great staff, and you've been so generous with that staff and your programs. Thank you all. This is our inaugural celebratory Gold Rush kickoff today. The governor mentioned that we're going to be hitting over 60 lakes. We've added some this year, some areas. We're going to add Dog Run Lake in Harrison County, Hurricane Reservoir in Kanawha, Lorenham Park Lake in Mineral County, Ridenhour Lake in Kanawha, Conway Run Lake in Tyler County, Laurel Lake in Mingo, and then the East Lynn Tailwater. So we're increasing some numbers on these things too. You know, fishing is just such a great opportunity, and I think while we're here, I'd like for the staff just to kind of hands at Babcock. Jennifer, I see you back there. I know she's been working pretty hard. Here at Babcock, some of the programs that we've been able to do and some of the work includes about $1.8 million total in renovations. That includes waterline repairs, HVAC systems, cabin bathrooms, cabin kitchens. I think we saw work in many different pieces of this park facility. So we're really excited to continue this trend. I'm trying to look through mine to make sure I don't miss anything. So I'm going to keep it fairly short. I would like to first, before I finish, I think the staff does have a couple of things for you at the end, but we've got Jimmy Wriston who'd like to come up and say a couple of things.
Thank you, boy. It is indeed a great day, and wow, what a governor we got here. He's never satisfied, guys. He's never satisfied. We had just finished a project, what we call a TAP project, a transportation alternative project with the park. Just signed off on finalizing that project out, and he turned right around and awarded another one to him. And that wasn't good enough. So today, this is not coming, it's here. I have two of my folks down here with crews, Todd Schoonover and Tommy Collins. The State Highway Engineer Alan Reed is here. They are working on that road right now. Right now. It's just a matter of time now. When you're never satisfied, you're always moving forward. And that's what we're doing in West Virginia. That's what this governor has led us to do. This is an amazing project. We're going to get all the way down to our brand new national park with this roadway. It's not an easy little project. It's going to be tough, but it's going to be so tough and not so easy that I didn't even trust it to our contracting partners. We're going to do it with our people, and these guys here are going to make that happen. These are the guys that I can count on. These are guys you can ride that river down there with, and they're going to get this done. But there's quite a bit of slips to be repaired down through there. There's one bridge replacement. There's 0.9 miles of this is already done. That's the project that you had already awarded, Governor. The next one that you awarded is also 0.9 miles. We're just going to take care of that one too for the park while we're at it. Rather than go through all that bureaucracy to hire a contractor and an engineering firm, we're just going to take care of that one ourselves too. And then we're going to keep on moving the other 2.5, 3 miles on down and get that road opened up. And it is absolutely beautiful. If you've never been down through there, you got to see this. You can see the river down there all the way down. It's amazing. So I'm really honored to be here today. This is a very worthwhile project, and we got a lot more roadway projects coming. We're going to be moving forward. We're the end is in sight with the Governor's Roads to Prosperity program. That many of those projects will be wrapping up here this year and next year, and we're getting started on our infrastructure program that we just had placed. There's a lot of road work to do. We've done a lot, but there's a lot more to do. And this guy's never satisfied, so the more we do, the more we're going to do. Thank you.
I got to say this. You sound like Ricky Bobby's dad. You're not first, you're last. And let me say, I got to tell you that, you know, we got delegates here, we got senators, we got secretaries, we got a lot of important people. We don't have anybody here any more important than the mayor, ex-mayor of Rainelle. And if she'd stand up, please, Andy, stand up. I mean, you talk about a ball of fire. Now, this is a ball of fire and everything, and we're proud of her. We're really proud of her.
Thank you. And thank you. This is a project that's excellent. This plan this thought that the governor had to get the new river opened up is amazing. So I won't keep too much more of your time. I know we're dying to get back there and see this stocking, but I do believe that Jennifer from Babcock may have a little something for Baby Dog.
I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. It's always about Baby Dog. So she's got one of these, and you can see it's surely not going to fit me. So she said it was for Baby Dog, and it's about her size. I always tell everybody Baby Dog's on the same dietary program that I'm on. And then you've got some little doggy treats here and everything. Thank y'all so much, Jimmy. Thank y'all. Thank y'all in every way. And I tell everybody this, too. You know, that bulldog, I love her teetotally to death. But, you know, there's a real message in that look. You know, when I look at her, when you look at her, you smile, don't you? And I've said it 1,000,000 times. She makes everybody smile. And she loves everybody. It doesn't matter if you're black, white, rich, poor, Republican, Democrat. It doesn't matter. She loves everybody. Really and truly. Especially in this world today. Especially with what's going on in Ukraine and everywhere else. Why couldn't we just do what that bulldog does? Make people smile and love everybody. Why couldn't we just do that? Wouldn't we all be better off? So as we stumbled on that bulldog, you know, that our little grandson JC was 2 years old, just a little baby. And we had her as a puppy at Christmas. And he would walk around saying, "Where'd that Baby Dog go?" Well, he was just a baby. And so we named her Baby Dog. But she really is something. She is really something. You know, Rebecca, who works right with us and everything, does a phenomenal job and everything. She sent me a picture just, you know, probably 3 hours ago. Yesterday, you know, there were some kids that were with me and everything, Down syndrome kids and everything, having a, you know, a great way, but a tough way and a way that we should absolutely celebrate the gift that they have given us in every way. But she sent me a picture of one of the little kids hugging me, and she sent it from behind, so all you can see is my white head. But in that picture of that kid hugging me is baby dog hugging that kid at the same time. So, yeah, she's made me really smile a lot. Anyway, back to you, Brett.
Colonel Kells. Coin.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. In honor of the 125th anniversary for the Natural Resource Police, we've created a coin, commemorative coin in honor of E.F. Smith, who was the first chief of law enforcement, the first game warden in the state of West Virginia, appointed in 1897. We'd like to present that to you, sir. Thank you, sir.
That's awesome. All right, Mr. Hedrick, I believe we're ready. I think it's time to stock some fish. How about you, Governor? Let's do it. Let's do it. All right.